I'm Scott Liggett, and this is Rebeldryver's Garage, our very first episode. In this episode, we're going to be working on a truck, trying to get it started. I'll give you a little information about that in a minute. But I wanted to show you around my garage a little bit. As you can see behind me, this is my 67 GMC pickup truck. It's called Project Hay Hauler. It's been seen. If you want to know a lot about it, you can actually read about this truck. There's about 6 articles on this truck on bankshift.com. From the time I bought it it was sitting in the back of a used car dealer here in Nebraska, where I live, and until all the way up until what you see now, which is more of a muscle truck than an actual farm truck, the way it was when I bought it. And now if we look around in my garage here, we can see that I got all kinds of projects going. There's a 355 that actually was in the GMC for a long time. A friend of mine bought that recently, and we're going to do a cam change on it and a couple other things, and then we're going to put him in his 71 C10. Back there, the green thing on the floor, that is a Ford 390. I built that, but it seems to have some bearing issues and blew the remain seal out, and I sold it to a friend, and then I bought it back because it had a bunch of problems, and I didn't want to have it, I didn't want to ruin our friendship, so I bought it back. And I'm going to find out what's wrong with it. It's probably going to end up being a boat anchor. In the corner there, you can see that back there, that is a 428, and so a couple cylinder heads. And that 428 is going to be going into a 64 Galaxy, which is also a bankshift.com project car called Project Mud Bomber. I had that thing running for a long time with the original engine after it sat for 35 years. And the 390 was originally going to go in it, but I didn't want a 390. I wanted something a little bit bigger, so I bought the 428. And let's face it, me and 3.5 FE engines aren't working too good. So anyway, the garage is kind of a mess right now. But you can see the shelves and everything back there. My workbench looks like something, like a bomb hit it. I got transmission on it, 4-speed transmission sitting on it, some piece that I got to rebuild. And then let me show you. This is a brand new 383 that I put in here. I built this myself right here in the garage. It's blueprint engines, aluminum heads, comp cam, probe forged pistons, and blueprint forged rods, a 383 crank. It's actually a 400 small block crank, the old school way of doing it, and actually taking a 400 crank and turning it down to fit the 350 block. The block's a 1969 Corvette block. All right. In this episode, which you'll see here in the video, we went out and looked at this Suburban a few weeks ago, and we kind of were really fascinated. It's a 1979 Suburban. It's a 454 car. It's pretty loaded. Supposedly has 34,000 miles on it, as you'll see in the videos that I'm going to post up here in a second, that it runs and sounds and looks like a 34,000 mile Arizona truck that it probably is. It has sat for several years in this guy's yard, and this past week we went out and we wanted to see if it would run, because we were thinking about buying it. We'll see what happens with that just yet, but the video starts actually on our second time starting the car. It actually started up instantaneously with our, we poured some gas down the carburetor, hooked up a car battery to it that I took out of my other truck, and it fired instantaneously and just started purring right away. And then in this video, I was gonna try to get it to move to see if it would move at all, because the tires are kind of sinking into the mud, and we wanted to see if the transmission was any good. So this is where we're gonna start off as, and then and I'm still eyeing it. I still might buy it, so you never know. It's 3/4 ton, which you don't find very often. It's a 454 truck, which you don't find very often. And it's in immaculate shape. If you're from Nebraska, you'll know that square bodies don't live too long out here. If they're still around, they got a lot of holes in them and rust. They rust. So a totally rust-free 34,000 miles, 79 Suburban 3/4 ton with a 454. It's like hen's teeth out here. It's like a unicorn. You don't see them. The only thing that would make it better is if it was a 4x4, but sadly it's not. So, but it would make a fantastic truck to haul your boat or your race car or just haul stuff. Anyway, as you'll see, take a look at what's going on when we started. The video will start with it actually firing it up for the second time, which you'll see, and then we'll go through and you'll see what's going on with it. We're trying to get the transmission to work, and I'm pouring fluid into it. We actually had to run down to a local co-op in this tiny little town, buy up some transmission fluid, and then try to get it to move. And take a look at it and see what you think. I hate these cars. Line. Huh? Huh? You got more experience in this than I do. All the cars you buy. Got good oil pressure, good volts. Still has a half a tank of gas in it. Wow. Let's see here. it works. Well, I'm just gonna shut it off for now. It's just dirty from sitting. But the carpet's in really good shape. Just needs a good scrubbing. Seats aren't even torn. Back seat looks mint condition. Back carpet's mint. I don't think anybody's ever ridden in back here. It doesn't have the third row, but hey, there's the hubcaps. That's pretty amazing. Door panels, typical of GM. Headliners are falling down. Well, what else is new on these things? It does have the seat belts for the third row. Over there. I don't know how these go in. I don't see any brackets or anything. Maybe. Well, maybe it's in there. So, anyway. Alright. Cool.